Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Don't shoot. Which I need some proof. Just watch my videos, man.
Video and then, you know, you just showing all your 2,500. I said, okay. All right, that's me with that.
68 hours, so it was $2,075.60.
I work like 70, I don't remember, like 73, 74 hours. I made like 3,400, close to 3,500.
I made $2,001.
62 hours, and I had 2,400.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge. Damn it. Here we have Vanelli. Vanelli, do a quick introduction. Let them know which market you driving in, which platform or platforms you drive on. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. So my name is Vanelli, just like you said. I'm from Cameroon, but I drive in Baltimore, Maryland, and I drive for Uber. I have LYFT as a backup, just once in a while, just to keep the account working. But I mainly drive for Uber.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've been driving for like 3 years now on the Uber platform. Yeah.
Not too shabby. All right. So you've been driving for 3 years. You mainly drive on the Uber platform. How did you even, get started?
Well, so before I even start, bro, let me first of all, let me appreciate you first for giving me this platform, to be on your platform. Mm-hmm. I really want to appreciate you and thank you also for the good work you're doing, for all the videos you've been doing, just putting out those videos, like it's been helping. Like, you are a huge source of inspiration to drivers out here,
Thank you.
I must say that because, like, I remember one time when I really wanted to find out, like, is it really possible to make 2 racks a week? Because I just had a son at that time and I had to keep up with the bills. So I was like, is it really possible to make 2 racks a week consistently? And then I came across the channel, man. When I came across the channel, bro, it was like a huge, because I saw it was possible. I saw the testimonies of other drivers. I saw your strategy, man. I was so happy, and I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for all the good work you're doing. Just
thank you.
Just encouraging drivers to go out there and work, make 2 racks, bro. Thank you, man. So before I started doing Uber, I used to work in a warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Giant. I used to work in the warehouse, like a stocker. And I used to make 400 to 500 a week. Mm-hmm. If I did overtime, it could be maybe 600, So that was when I just got to the States in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I had my full license, I was just like, how can I add my income?
Yeah.
So a friend told me about Uber, and I just sent in my documents and I was approved. So when I started, I was doing Uber just, for part-time. But as time went on, I realized I was kind of making more on Uber than my full-time job. So I just kind of quit the whole thing. And ever since then, bro, I've just been driving full-time. Yeah. For
Hell
Uber.
Yeah. Not too shabby. And it's crazy because, man, so many people who I talk to, so many winners, it's like they are at a factory job, a warehouse, and that's always the sweet number. That's why I say people make anywhere from $500 to $800, dollars. That's the number. But then they drive, and that's how it even started for me. I was probably making around that, or maybe a little bit less. But I started driving Uber, and I'm like, hold up, I'm driving part time, making more money when I met this job, it's like, shit, why
Yeah,
don't I just transition, to do this full time, man?
full
And
time.
hell yeah. So like what was like your breaking point? Because, a lot of people did you have benefits at this, warehouse job?
Yeah, I mean, I had benefits, bro, but the thing was, like dealing with the supervisors and the
Mhm.
leads, bro, it was stressful, man, because
Yeah.
they're gonna make you work. Like you have to do 10 hours, then they have to do like 1 hour mandatory overtime. They don't
Hmm.
care if you're tired. By the time you go home, you're already tired. Then you have to do other things again and then get back there at night, bro. So I mean, when when I got approved for Uber, I saw it like a breakthrough for me, man. Like especially when I started making maybe like 1,000, 1,600 a week. Nah, I
Yeah.
was just getting fed up with the supervisor and the leads, and I was like, nah, I'm done. No way. I
Yeah.
can't do this no more. So that was just it. Like that was my breaking point,
Hmm.
you know? Yeah.
No, no, I completely understand that. That's kind of how I was too, man. It's like once you start to make money, and it's like, man, well, you start to question why am I here?
Why am
And
I
everything.
here?
Then once you're there, everything just starts to irritate you because now you have.
Everything, everything, bro. I'm like the leaders, how they call them, the leads, especially the supervisors, like always getting on your nerve. And then when you want to talk to you, they don't talk to you like a human. Like,
Yeah.
man, I couldn't deal with it, because I was like, why am I here, bro? I can go out there and make 1,000, like just like doing the same hours, putting in the
Hmm.
same hours I'm putting in here at this job. I can actually go out there, put in the same hours and make more. So I was like, nah, I'm done. I didn't even put in my 2 weeks notice. I just left. I'm like, nah, that's it. And ever since then, I never like, I don't think there's ever been a point of me regretting why I actually quit that job. I've never felt like, oh no, you should have stayed back there now. Never.
Right.
I didn't look back. I made one decision and that was it.
Yep, same
Yeah.
here, man. I remember like it was yesterday when I quit. I was driving Uber, part time. Then I ended up going part time. I had two part time Uber, and I was working at the airport, of course. Then once I
Yeah.
switched to seasonal at the airport, I was driving Uber full time. It's like once you start to drive full time, it's just like a whole different experience. You like, man, this is life. Like,
Yeah.
man, I'm just driving. I feel free. Nobody over me. Like I'm by myself. I'm making more money. Nobody telling me what to do. I'm in control of my own life. And it's like then once you go
Especially,
back to somebody else's structure, it's like
mm,
you can't do it. Like I
nah,
can't do it.
I don't want to be on that time clock again, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to, especially me knowing that I'm in charge. I can go home, take a nap if I feel like it's slow,
Yeah.
and then I get back on rather than me just going and being stuck, in a warehouse, taking orders from people, do this, do that,
Yeah.
come here, go there. Whoa, nah, man.
Yeah.
That was it for me. That
Oh,
was it.
oh hell yeah, man. Trust me. I've
Until
been
date,
there.
nah. I'm looking forward, like even now, I'm like, I can't even, if I was to get deactivated from Uber,
Hmm.
no, I can do a 9 to 5. I'm thinking of, because I have a CDL, but
Yeah.
I just don't use it because I feel like I can make money just driving for Uber, So I'm like, 9 to 5 is never going to be my thing again. If I were
Okay.
to get deactivated, it's not going to be maybe me getting my own van and doing my own, my own thing rather than going and working for somebody else.
Right,
So,
right. No, no, and I, I love hearing stuff like that because that lets me know, like you seen like a different you, like you definitely have grown from, leaving your job, you
yeah.
driving, and now you getting to the point where you making 2 racks a week and, setting new goals as like the process that I like to say, readapting. So since we on this topic, it's a perfect, segue to like the readapting. So talk about, different ways that you had to readapt? Like, what are some of the things and habits that you had to change from transitioning from a normal 9 to 5 to driving full time? Like, what did you have to do as far as internal work or personal development? Yeah.
Well, first of all, like I wouldn't really say I was doing much because I just knew I had to like get up in the morning,
Hmm.
go out since I was on my own.
Yeah.
go out and, I didn't really have like a strategy.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say maybe I was driving for like 6 days, at times 7 days. If I had maybe like 200 or 250, I'd go home. But
Hmm.
I didn't really have like a strategy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have like a strategy till I came across your video,
Mm.
you know. But in terms of self-development, man, bro, I would say like I've just been, like doing ever since I came across your channel and you spoke about readapting, not just driving for Uber. Yeah, man, like things have been changing. I had to like go on Audible,
Mm.
download books,
Yeah.
hearing the testimonies of other drivers. I had to go on Audible, just to keep myself aside from listening to music. What else can I do? Can I also like get books just to, like renew
Educate
my
yourself.
mind?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, but that's just it for me. Like, that has actually been it for me, like
Okay.
me just coming across your channel, like it has really helped because I feel like I've really improved myself in terms of uh developing myself. At least now
Good.
I can work. I can also go to the gym because I saw you doing your push-ups before then I wasn't going to the gym, you know? So, bro, like you've really been a source of inspiration to me, man. And I must say thank you again.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And that's why I try to share as much as possible because it's deeper than, just making money, leaving your job. It's more so like a personal development, a mindset that comes, with it. Man, first and foremost, I commend you and also a lot of people who, left a situation that they weren't happy in because it takes a lot of guts to do that because,
It does, yeah.
you know, especially driving because it's an unfamiliar path. It's all on you. You have to be self motivated. It's not
Yep.
like you could show up and half ass and just get a check. If you don't drive, you don't get paid. And for
Nothing.
people who quit, and it's like that shows that to some degree that they believe in themselves. Like fucking, I'm gonna go over here, try this out, and see what happens. It's
That's true.
relentless and fearless. So, I appreciate that. And as far as like educating yourself, man, that's key because you're gonna spend so much time in the car and
Yeah.
music is gonna get annoying after a while. Like you can only listen to so much music. It's like what else is there? You find yourself thinking a lot. Especially somebody don't want to talk if they're on the call. You like, all right, you drive, you just start to think like, damn, what I want to do, what I have to do to be successful. Or maybe you come across uh like nice neighborhoods. Like you pick somebody up, you be like, damn, you in the suburbs.
Yeah.
You be like, damn, they got a nice house. It just inspires you. But how can I get something like this? Like, what do I have to do to get to this level?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just have to, learn and educate yourself and continue to grow throughout, the
Improving.
process. I know you mentioned that, you was making 1,600, dollars, thousand
Yeah.
dollars and 1,600. So one, how did you come across, the 2 racks a week challenge? And two, what made you want to attempt to hit this 2 racks a week milestone?
Well, so before I actually came across your channel, I just had a son. Like my son is 19 months
Oh,
old.
okay. I thought you were about to say
Yeah.
19 years old. Oh my god, damn.
No, no, no. Nah, he's 19 months old. So when I just had him with my girlfriend, like we were all living together. So, most of the responsibilities had to be on me. And I was
Hmm.
like, how can I make more? Because I know I could do 1,500 a week, but 1,500 wasn't enough at the time.
Yeah,
Because I had to do the rent, car note, insurance, like everything was on me. So I was
yeah.
like, how can I do it? And then I went on YouTube searching. Then I
Hmm.
came across your channel, 2 racks a week. So yeah, bro, like that was just it. When I came across your channel, I just started watching because at first I'll make 2 racks, but maybe once in a blue moon,
Okay.
because I didn't have a strategy. I didn't know
Oh,
how to go
mhm.
about it. Like when you said just go out there, drive for 84 hours, to see how much you can make out from your market. I didn't have a strategy. I just knew I could go out drive either in the morning or late at night.
Hmm.
So at times I'll drive maybe 50 hours or 60 hours, but making 2 racks a week was kind of like one thing out of a blue moon, maybe in a month. But when I came across your channel, man, that kind of like, you know, encouraged me because I saw it was possible. I saw making 2 racks a week on a consistent base was possible, especially with other drivers coming up and on the channel saying, oh yeah, what you told them, they went and did it, and actually it's possible. So I knew that I could make 2 racks a week if I just had a strategy, just go out there and drive for the hours, not even for the money.
Right.
I knew I could actually do it. So when I started, after listening to your channel, that has just been it. If I don't make 2 racks a week, bro, now I feel sick. If I don't make 2 racks a week, I must have a problem with my car. It could be at the shop, then I'm unable to work.
Yeah.
But on a regular basis, I have to. I have to. I don't care. I have to put in those hours, bro, to meet up with all these bills. Yeah. And the second question, what was it again?
What did I ask? Pretty much like why, how did you find the 2 racks a week challenge, and what made you want to actually, accept the challenge and do it? Because some people, they may look at, the videos and be like, oh, well, I seen it, but either he's lying, it's the market. They come up with some fancy excuse.
Yeah.
Like, what made you just want to believe in, like, all right, I can see myself doing this?
So what actually made me to want to do the challenge was because though I had been driving, I'd never driven for 84 hours. Nah. At first, I'll drive maybe 7, 8, 9. The max was 10. I never did 12 hours a day. So when I came across your channel and you were saying just go out there and drive for 84 hours, bro, for me that was like 84 hours. For me,
like, this motherfucker crazy.
Yeah. And I want to say that was doing that 84 hours the following week. That was kind of like me. That was like a huge breakthrough for me. Because in my mind, I never thought it was possible to drive 84 hours, like actually doing 12 hours for 7 days.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was possible. So when I actually took that challenge, I was like, man, now I have to do this because other drivers have been coming up with those testimonies. I have to. So, every day going out, I'll just tell myself, bro, just keep it up. Like, it's Monday, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday. And before I knew it, boom, it was Sunday, And when I did it, I was so happy. I wasn't happy for the money, but I was happy that I was actually able to go through that challenge, just driving for the hours, 84 hours. And after driving for those hours, I realized a lot of things in my market. I realized a lot of things in my market because I was just out the whole day just driving. I didn't even care about the money. I was just driving for the hours, just like you always said, drive for the hours. Don't even care about the money, So for me, man, that was like a huge breakthrough. Because after driving for 84 hours, I knew that if I can go OTR on the road and driving for 84 hours won't even be a thing because I know I've been doing it for Uber.
Right.
So that was like a huge breakthrough for me. The first thing was my mind. So me doing 84 hours and actually like, bro, that was, I don't even know how to explain it, man. I don't know. One thing I just know is if I could do 84 hours driving for Uber, I can do 84 hours anywhere. Like out of Uber, I can do 84 hours, because my mind is already made up. Like, I know I can do it, So, yeah, that's it, my man.
Yeah. Well, first, congratulations for being a father in the first place. I know
Thank you,
that
bro.
changed your life and definitely, changed your mindset. But once you hit that, how difficult was it? Like, once you actually achieved it, was it as difficult as it seems? Because most people are like, what? 80? Oh, well, who would do that? Who in their right mind would do that? They think you crazy, but how difficult was it?
I mean, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was easy. It was difficult because I had to deal with my mind every day. Just the thought of you driving 84 hours, because that was already a challenge. I knew I had to do it. But again, every day on my mind is like a problem, So I have to do 12 hours today. So I have to do 12 hours today. That was something I had to deal with.
Yep.
I just had to deal with it. But like, bro, I knew I had to do it. Because like I said, I had never driven 84 hours before. But this time I was really determined because I was like, if Ronnie can do it, other drivers can do it, man. I
I
know I
could
can
do it.
also do it, you know. Yeah, so yeah.
Right. Okay. So what are some of the I guess some like the strategies? Like how did you do it? Like what did you wake
Oh,
up at
okay.
a specific time
Yeah.
or yeah,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
did
I
you
had
make it
to
easier for you to achieve?
okay. So one thing I did was I had to like wake up early because listening to your videos, you said if you can get up maybe by 4, 5, by 12, you're already half of your day, like half of the hours. You've already
Hmm.
put in half of the hours. So my strategy was to actually get up anywhere from 4 to 5 in the morning. I do maybe like 6 to 7 hours, go home, take a nap,
Okay.
or do something else, play with my son, and then I'll get back later on and finish it. But the main thing was just to drive for 12 hours. I had to make sure, I did that because you always say drive until you get kicked out of the app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do that,
Yeah.
So that was my strategy, just driving early in the morning. And then some days I just went straight. Some days I just went straight 12 hours, you
Hmm.
know, because I
Damn.
was hyped up. Yeah, I was hyped up. But other days, other days I had to like break it down like in shifts,
Yeah.
do 6 in the morning and then 6 later in the evening.
Okay.
That was just my
Nice.
strategy, you
Yeah.
know.
So yeah, absolutely, man. And
And one
that
thing,
early morning start. Go ahead.
yeah, and one thing, I had to keep my wheels. Like if I was on the road, I had to keep my wheels busy. I wasn't like declining trips. Nah, I wasn't doing cherry picking. I mean,
Oh,
I could decline some trips if I saw that the trips were kind of like underpaid, but
yeah.
I wasn't just sitting and idling,
Yeah,
I just had to
exactly.
accept, yeah, so that was what I did.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's a common question I get is like, oh, which trip should I accept? Should I accept everything? I'm like, look, if you knew, man, just accept everything. Then over
Yeah,
time, you would know exactly which trips to accept. Simplify it. Don't
true.
overcomplicate it. Don't try to be doing multi-app and I see a lot of people. They watch content on like YouTube and they see all these people that they running 2, 3, 4, 5 different apps and they try to do the same thing, but just
I don't even
simplify
know
it.
how they do that. I don't even know how
Yeah,
they be doing that.
you don't need
Like for
to,
me,
man.
it sucks. Yeah,
Yeah,
it sucks, you know?
yeah.
So, so I'm
So, but
always kind of like, just stay on the thing. And because, bro, there have been times where I picked up $5 trips and it ended up being a $10 trip just because,
the tip,
I got a tip. There have been times when I picked up a $7 trip, it ended up being a 10. So, I mean, like, instead of doing cherry picking, you never know, you
exactly.
know? You never know. So
Yeah, you
just
never
keep your
know.
wheels rolling.
Exactly. Keep your wheels rolling, and over time, you will figure out what to do, man. The most important
Yeah,
thing is just executing and being out there and learning your market. Because
that's
eventually, like
true.
I said, you're gonna find out. But before I ever, show the earnings, you mentioned driving till you get kicked off, and once you start to do that consistently, what exactly did you learn from that?
Mm, bro, not gonna lie, I learned a
Mm.
lot. First, I learned a lot with myself that I can do it, you know, yeah,
Hmm.
uh, myself, because everything, I mean, like, it all depends on you, it all depends. You- Like, you can either decide to make 2 racks or 1,000. It all depends on you. So one thing I learned was just by knowing myself.
Hmm.
First thing first, I had to believe in myself to know I can actually make it. That was like the first thing. And secondly, I just had to always keep my mind busy, staying positive. I downloaded books from Audible, you know, just books that could keep me going, you
Yeah.
know, keep me going. Like, I don't want to listen to, like, I don't want to know what Uber is doing. If they're making more money out of me, nah, I have to keep my mind positive. Uber is going to do what they will do, but I have to do what I have to do. So the
Right.
greatest thing that I actually learned was just to believe in myself, and discipline. I had to be disciplined.
Mm.
Like, I knew if I had to make 2 racks a week, I had to be disciplined. I had to. So if I'm to leave the house at 5 a.m. in the morning, it's 5 a.m. It's like, I don't care. If I get up at 5:30 and maybe I just need to brush up, bro, I need to be out of the house.
Right.
5 a.m. is 5 a.m. If
Yeah.
it's 2 p.m., it has to be 2 p.m. I really had to be disciplined to actually come up with, like, making 2 racks a week. Yeah. So one thing I learned was just to believe in myself. Secondly, I knew, yeah, I can be disciplined. You know, if all these players like LeBron James, you know, the people we are proud of, I I always believe they got to wherever they are by being disciplined, you know, and by being consistent. So one thing I always tell myself, Vanelli, be disciplined, be disciplined, be disciplined, be disciplined, you know, and stay positive. So yeah, bro, I just had to like discover myself and move on, you
Absolutely.
know. Yep,
Absolutely. And you mentioned everything I'm saying. It's like everything I've been saying in the videos. It's the truth, man. You
it
know,
is.
it's really the truth. And you know, everybody who's earned 2 racks a week pretty much says the same thing, and it goes to show. And one last thing, like once you were able to prove to yourself that you could be disciplined, what did that do for your confidence?
Shit, bro, my confidence right now is like at 100. You know, it's at
Hmm.
100 because I take care of my bills. I pay the rent, the daycare. Like my girlfriend, she just needs to stay home with the baby. You know,
Hmm.
stay home. She either stays home or if she has to go to work. But again, that has really built up my confidence, knowing that I can make 2 racks a week in the US when I don't have a degree, bro. Man, there's nothing anybody can tell me. You know,
Hmm.
nothing, because I know I can do it. I
Hell
know
yeah.
I can. I just have to go out there, put in the hours. I know it's hard, but bro, making 2 racks a week, 8,000 a month is gonna go a long way. As a matter of fact, I just paid off my student loan this week
Hey, shout out
just
to you.
by
Hell yeah.
you know just by putting in that work,
Right.
driving consistently, you know. And now I'm about to focus on getting a Sprinter van, so I'm about to start saving up for that, bro. I can't stop, you know. I'm going, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I
Well,
can't
shout out to
stop.
you. Well, we're gonna pause
Thank
right
you,
there. I'm
brother.
about to pull up the earnings because after the earnings, then what you was talking about is pretty much like the vision. So we're gonna
All
discuss
right,
that. I'm about to share my
let's
screen
go.
because I just airdrop your earnings to the screens. Give me a second. All right, here we go. All right, bam. So this is August 12th through August 19th, 78 hours, 42 minutes. And you can feel free to, to chime in if you remember anything from this particular week or whatever,
All right,
or if you want to say anything. Oh, so balance $2,202. So that's what the balance actually was. So not too shabby. Did you
not
want to
too
say anything
shabby.
or you want me to go to the next one? Okay. So this one, 66 hours, 60 hours, 2 racks a week. September 23rd, September through September 30th, 151 trips,
Mhm.
$2,076. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So he making it multiple times. Here's another one. Here's the 84 hours. So y'all don't sit up here and try to discredit this man for his hard work. You see
So I
him.
actually did this. I actually did this. This 2,400 and something dollars. I actually did this after doing the 84 hours. You
Okay.
know,
Oh, so this is
yeah,
like the second week of doing 84 hours.
man. No, but I I made this amount after taking your advice to just go out there and drive for 84 hours.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Hell yeah. So 80. This look at it. 84 hours. $2,414, man. So a lot of people they be like, well, 84 hours. Well, I don't want to do that. That's a lot of hours. But like, what about the benefits? Like he did it, and it's like he said, all the benefits that he reaped from that, like the confidence that it built in himself. Now he proved to himself that he know he's capable of doing something like this. Like that's what you really want. You want the
yep,
internal results, man, and that's what you're looking for. Only thing the earnings really do is shows the person's discipline, their mindset for that particular week. That's it. It just
yep.
it exposes you. The
That's
good
true.
exposes everything, the good and the bad. So
That's
if you
true.
put the work in, this the type of results that you could potentially see. Of course, every market is different, but $2,400. Imagine you making $2,400 in your market. Mm.
I know, bro. Mm.
Here's another one. 83 hours, 42 minutes, $2,328. Y'all see it after see details. So sometimes you gotta look at the balance or go to the wallet to see the actual amount. The earnings 2,290. Oh, 2,328. The one at the top isn't that accurate, but 180. I mean, 83 hours, 42 minutes, 190 trips. That's almost 200 asses in the car, ladies
Mm.
and gentlemen. 200 people. That's pretty significant. Imagine you lining 200 people up in a line. How many
I
people could
know.
fit 200 people? I don't even think 200 people could fit on the 757. You know,
Ah,
we got another. Oh, here go another one. 78 hours, 42 minutes, 2002. Did I go through this already? $2,002.
mm,
I don't know, but it is what it is. You see it 78 hours, 42 minutes, $2,002, 12 to 19. All right, yeah. So now we getting back to where we was at. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, y'all see the earnings.
yep.
So y'all can't, discredit. You see he hit
Nope.
it multiple times. So shout out to you. Congratulations once
Thank you,
again.
brother.
And before we even start to show the earnings, you started to mention, well, first you mentioned that you paid off, your student loans. Like, what was it or what did you have to do? Not what did you have to do? Like, how were you able to create this vision to pay off your student loans in the first place? Yeah, that's the question I'm
Shit.
looking
So looking at my student loan, that was like nine thousand, and if I had to follow like the minimum payment of $50, I when I calculated it, I would have paid up to like 30 grand in the course of 10 years.
for. Okay.
So I was like, nah, I can't do that. So I had to come up with a strategy like how, because I just hate debts. I just hate them. So I had to come up with a strategy. How can I do to clear this off? So I just started, instead of me paying the minimum, I'll pay 200. Like every week, 200,
Yeah.
250. If I made more, I didn't even care if I saved. I just wanted to clear out that thing. Like I just wanted to take it out,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I just, and that's how it has always been with my credit cards. If I have it, because, I know you can't really save money when you have debts,
Right.
especially debts when it has all this interest coming in.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, bro, I don't care. If I have to save maybe just 200 for myself and the rest after taking out my gas, fuel, feeding money and, bills, the rest goes towards my debt or whatever I'm owing, you
Mm-hmm.
know, just so I can be a free man. Because
Okay.
some somebody once told me, he said, work like you're a slave to get yourself free. Work like a slave who wants to get themselves free from your slave masters. So for me, looking at that 9,000 student loan, I saw it like a master that was over me, my shoulders,
Yeah.
because I didn't want them taking my money. So I just had to like do everything possible to like get it off the way. So that was just what I did. I work, I'll pay as much as possible. Maybe in a month, I'll pay like 1,000, 250, 200, anything that I
Whatever you
could
could. Mm-hmm.
just to throw it out there, you know.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to you. So you said that was 9,000?
Yeah,
Man,
9,000.
congratulations, man. Like,
Thank you, bro.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, that was this year, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. The reason why I asked that because people are saying like the earnings are slow. Like even I took an Uber today, the girl was saying, like, yeah, a lot of people was telling me, oh, like you signed up at the worst time to drive. And I'm like, damn, why they say that? Like, there is no bad time to drive. Like you driving, you making money. But, people are under the impression, that you can't make money anymore, like it's pretty much over. And here you are, here I
Nah,
am, other people still making 2 racks, and you paid off $9,000 of debt in 2024, driving Uber. So
It's the
people,
mindset,
it's the
Rodney.
mindset, man.
It's the mindset, you know.
It's
You keep
definitely the
listening to
mindset.
negative people, at the end of the day, you're gonna end up becoming negative.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's money out here to be made. Just go out there and drive instead of doing cherry picking. Just drive and stop complaining. You
Yeah.
know, stop complaining, stop criticizing, stop bashing on others. Go out there, put in the work. You know, if you like the way I see it, if you want to make 1,000 grand and you're okay with that, that's fine. But bro, don't bash on others who are trying to like do something for themselves. You
Right.
know, because literally there's money out here to be made. You can actually go out there and make the fastest way to drive and make like just go out there and drive. Do not
Right.
decline treats. Go out there, drive, and you're gonna make the money. So I don't know why people be saying all those kind of like, you know, PMC excuses or whatever. Like when
I
I
know.
listen to people say that, I just know you don't want to work. You know, you don't
Yeah.
want to put in those hours. You're scared of putting in those hours.
Yeah, exactly.
You
They don't
know.
want to work and they don't want to, most importantly, hold themselves, accountable.
Mm.
It's easier to, play the blame game and,
Yep.
blame external forces, for your own shortcomings. And unfortunately, that's what people do, but they don't reap the benefits of, hard work, being disciplined, the structure. They miss all the intangible things that comes along, with it. So perish, you know.
Yeah.
Let them perish, man.
Yeah. Because people ain't going like the way I see people will never stop complaining.
Oh
They'll
hell
never stop complaining. You know, I don't complain when riders actually ask me, you know, if I love driving for Uber. I'm like, yeah, I love it.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I love it. I love
Right,
driving for Uber. I don't care what people say, bro. I know how much I make out from them. Though they are making money out from me too, but I don't care about them. I care about myself. What am I making? Like, I get the money, I'll pay my bills. You know, man, I'm proud of myself because I just paid that student loan and now I'm about to start saving up for a Sprinter van. So, bro, I love it. You know, I love driving for Uber. Where else will I make 2,000 grand a week in the US? I don't have a degree. You know, I mean, I can drive in my own car. I can go home when I want, take a break, get him. Bro, man, I appreciate it. You know, I love the platform, so I don't really care what people say.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. See, you get it, man, and it's like that's why I always, you never hear me complain. Like stuff gonna go wrong, that's inevitable. But I'm always, grateful, just for still driving, be able to make content, earn a living. I
Yeah,
mean, it's like where else can you go and make 2 racks a week
I know.
without a degree, networking, and stuff like that. So people they take it for granted because I find it interesting that a lot of them complain, but yet they still drive and they
They still
still
drive.
find up.
That
It's
is
like
crazy,
they
man.
sick in they sick in the head. It's like, all right, you still driving, but you still complaining. You're not trying to maximize it. All right, for sure,
Yeah.
like for sure, man. But a couple more questions, man. Why do you think this challenge is so important?
Wow. Good question, Ronnie. You know, first of all, I want to say it's very important because number one, you get to know who you are.
Mm,
You know, you get to discover yourself because people see it like the challenge. When you tell people to go out there and drive for 84 hours, it's kind of like a wall that is in front of them. They find it very difficult to, you know, like actually penetrate because they see it to be so difficult. But when you go out there and actually drive, you're going to discover a lot about yourself. So I feel the challenge is very, very important. First, because it motivates drivers. Like there are people who've never earned 2,000 a week. But when they come across your channel, you telling them to just go out there and drive, and at the end of the week, they're able to like actually come up with 2,000 grand. Bro, that motivates them a lot to
hmm.
want to keep going. You know, 2,000 grand, bro, that can solve a whole lot of issues. It
Yes.
can solve a whole lot of challenges. You know,
Yes.
I don't have to worry about finance because I know I can make it. Like, if I put in those hours in a week, in a month, damn, 8,000. If I make 8,000, let's say consistently for 2 months, 4 months, bro, you know how much I can save. You know what I mean? I can even start up a business, like, so I just feel like the 2 racks a week challenge is very, very important if you want to discover yourself and if you actually want to like scale up yourself,
Mm.
scale up your earnings. Instead of making 1,000, bro, you can do it. It's a challenge. Tell yourself you can do it. Just go out there and drive. Go out there and drive. So I feel like it's very, very important because it motivates drivers. If I had not come across your channel, I don't feel like I would have actually made those 2 racks on a consistent base. Because when I came across your channel, I would just be listening from one video to the other and I'm driving, that motivated me. So, bro, I just want to say it's very, very important. It's very, very important for drivers who really want to like scale their earnings because it's possible, you know, it's possible. Don't don't sit and say, no, it's not possible in my market. Just go out there and drive, you know. You won't know until you try. So, bro, all I can say is it's very, very important. If you want to scale your earnings, you know, just go out there and do it.
Yep. If you want to
Yep.
scale your earnings, discover yourself, reap the benefits, challenge yourself. Even, the good thing is you're not going to lose. It's impossible to lose. You're going to learn something
You
and
gonna
there are
learn.
benefits to do it. And if you really care, eventually you're going to hit it. You're going to find a way
You
to
gonna
hit it.
learn.
It may
You
take
gonna learn.
you a couple weeks, couple months, but as long as you stay disciplined, you learning and you're going to find out. Like,
Yep.
for instance, I just hit my first 2 racks a week in, a whole different market. So I hit it in 2 different markets. Like,
Wow,
so
that's cool.
everything I'm saying, it works, man. But
That's
you
cool.
have to care first and foremost. So you have to make the decision. You have to be committed, and this is something that you truly have to desire. If you don't desire personal development, growth, or you don't care about your life, you want to sit up here, be a nerd, and make excuses, then
Whine and complain.
yeah. If you want to do that, then this ain't the place to be.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and one
Yep.
last thing, any words of advice for the people who looking to do this? Let's say they at a factory, a warehouse, or they just simply unhappy with their situation. They want to leave, but they're scared. Like, man, I want to drive, but my parents, my wife, I don't know, I'm not gonna have any benefits. I'm not sure how much I could make. What would you say to them?
I mean, I picked up a rider today, a lady, and she was telling me, she said, as soon as she gets her license, she plans on driving for Uber. So I told her, I said, yeah, like I just went out to like give her the encouragement. I actually told her it's a good thing, but just know you have to put in hours. But also know that at the end of the hour, like at the end of the week, you're going to be proud of yourself with how much you're going to make, So, I mean, like, I'll tell anybody, if you have that drive, if you're determined, and you think 9 to 5, like if you're thinking above 9 to 5 and you want to really do something on your own, I mean, start from Uber because I feel like if you can succeed in this little space of you driving for yourself, being your own boss,
Hmm.
I mean, like you can, succeed in your own business or whatever. But
Right.
again, you just have to be determined and don't settle for less. You know, I always ask myself, why, like, if I didn't move out from that company where I was, so I'll just be earning maybe $600 a week. Why settle for less when there is actually more to be made out here? So, I mean, just go out there, bro, and drive and discover your market and discover yourself. And just like you said, I don't think nobody actually fails in life, like you learn. Even in your failures, there are things to learn, you know. So my advice is just go out there, be determined and be consistent. Making two
Yeah.
racks just a week is not enough. You have to be consistent. If you're consistent enough, then I feel like you're really gonna see the benefits.
Yeah.
of what 2 racks a week can do, of how
Right.
long it can go to help you. You
Right.
know, if you make 2 racks a week just once a month, nah, bro, that's not enough. You need to like actually make it on a consistent base, and you're gonna feel proud of yourself. Feel proud of yourself because it's gonna help you do a whole lot of things. Imagine
Absolutely.
saving for a down payment for a house, and you're doing eight racks, 8,000 a month, bro. You can do that in no time. Like you can put down maybe 15,000, 20,000, like in no time, as long as you're disciplined, determined, consistent. Yeah, bro. Just go out there and get it.
Man,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why this challenge is, important, man. And, you know, the growth that you would discover within yourself, the earnings, like you went from making what you say 500
500,
four to eight
400.
four to what you say 4 to 600 4 to
Yeah,
6
4 to 600 if I did overtime.
if he did overtime. So let's just say if
And
he
that
did
was kind of like
overtime, that's
50 hours.
yeah, and that's 2,400 with overtime, 2,400 a month. You just seen him make 2,400 in a week. So you just 4x, that's a potential 3 to 4x your income. The choice is
It's
yours.
possible.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
definitely possible. It all depends. Like, what do you want out of life?
What do you want? Yep.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yep.
it starts with the readapting moments. Like, all right, man. Like I'm tired of you know what I'm getting. I'm tired of the situation. I want better. Then you start to change those change those habits. And when you start to see a little bit of rewards, then you start to create a bigger vision. Once that 2 racks a week, or even once you hit your first 15, 1,000. If you're going from making a 500, then you double that, hit 1,000. You get your first four digit paycheck. Even that's like eye
Yeah.
opening. Like, oh shit, like $1,000. Then you go from 1,500, then 2,000. You're like, oh shit, like all right, now I could do this. Now I could pay off debt. Now I could save for down payment. Now I could start this business.
Yep.
That's what you need to really get those your gears grinding, those brain cells, all that stimuli in order for you to, just become a better your version of yourself, uh, achieve success, whatever success means to you. But
Yep.
doing this challenge, you don't lose. Simple as
And
that.
Ronnie, one
Mhm.
thing one thing I also want to say to other drivers or those who intend to, also drive for Uber or Lyft is drive with a purpose. Don't just
Yeah,
be out here driving. Drive
exactly.
with a purpose. Drive with a reason. You know, like what actually motivated me to put in all those hours to drive. One of the reasons was paying off, my student loan.
Hmm.
So now I'm driving with a purpose because I want to save up for a Sprinter van. Like,
Okay.
dri don't just be out there driving. Like, have a reason, have a purpose while you're driving. When you have a purpose, when you have a reason why you're driving, you won't find time to complain. You won't find time to criticize. You won't find time to even know what Uber is doing because you will focus more on yourself. You
Right.
focus more on your goals. You focus more on your own priorities, not the priorities of others. Or like you're going to focus more on yourself,
Right.
and you're going to close your ears to whatever people are saying and do what you have to do. So, yeah, bro, that's one
Absolutely,
thing I think
man.
maybe everybody needs to know if they intend to drive for Uber. Because, like, sitting, if it's going to take a toll on your body if you just want to be driving for
Yeah. Yeah.
years. Like, but when you have a plan, okay, I'm going to drive Uber for 4 years, but what do I intend to get out from these 4 years? Maybe 50 grand to start up my own business. Bro, it's all about coming up with a plan and sticking to it, to achieve it. And yeah, I really don't care what people say, because I have a plan, I have a purpose, I have a vision that I'm after. So yeah, driving for Uber is just going to be maybe, you know, it's like, how can I say, it's like a vehicle to actually get to where I want to be, or to
Yeah.
where I want
Pun
to go.
intended.
So that's why I really don't care what people say. I
Yeah.
shut my ears and
Exactly.
I just do what I have to do.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like forget the
Yeah.
noise, man. We don't care what they got to say. We making our money, and our vision is what keeps us going. That keeps us,
Going.
grounded. Because if we didn't have our vision, or if you don't have a vision, what you will end up doing is letting other people, limited beliefs and opinions, dictate your future. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Stay in your own lane, and
Stay on your own lane, bro.
but that's another pun intended. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
But
Stay on your lane.
another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge. Shout out to Vanelli. Shout out to Baltimore.
Thank you, brother.
$2,000 over and over again. You are number 99.
Wow, that's
You are
awesome.
number 99.
Shout out to all the
The
winners.
99th interview. So shout out to all the winners. I don't know who the 100th is going to be. Of course,
Wow.
I know for a fact I had over 100 people send me screenshots, but not everybody wants to come on, which is fine. But if y'all send me a screenshot, I appreciate if y'all come on, share your story, inspire the community, inspire people.
Yeah.
Because it's not about me. It's about y'all, That's why I bring people on. Of course I could do it, but y'all would be like, well, I can't do it in my market. Now you see Baltimore, Maryland, 2024, y'all have no excuse. So if you in Maryland, you be like, damn, man, well, you out there in Vegas, you out there. It's like, well, here you go. You just seen a guy in your market. Now, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
So, but that's pretty much it, man. I catch you on the flip side. Another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge. Y'all know how we about to end this. Drum roll. Guitar. Piano. Violin. Peace.
Ronnie Speed. Yeah, Ronnie Speed. 60 hours.